Question says, what is the difference between a masjid and a musalla? Do they have the same rulings, same benefits and rewards? Should a person go to a masjid even if it's further than the musalla, etc.? We say that the people of knowledge, they say the word masjid and musalla occasionally are interchangeable. Sometimes a musalla means a masjid, and sometimes a masjid means a musalla. It's relative. Sometimes the words are synonymous. They have the same meaning. And other times, they don't. And some of the people of knowledge, they say that from the things that separate a masjid from a musalla, or even a jami' from a masjid, it's first and foremost is that the masjid should be something that's given for Allah. It should be something that's given for Allah. Waqf, an endowment. Something that isn't to be sold, something that isn't to be inherited personally, something that isn't to be destroyed and rented out, but it's something that's owned and given lisabil, for Allah's cause. And a musalla could be a room, a garage, a place, a personal possession, so on and so forth. You know, some musallas could also be waqf, given and endowed. And some of the people knowledge, they may say that a masjid is a place that's always a masjid. It's always a what? A masjid. It's always prayer, it's congregation. It's never abandoned. All 5 salah are made. A call is given, an imam, and even some may say even a Jumu'ah, and others may say that's different, a jami'. What's important is that sometimes they're the same and sometimes they're what? Different. Some people, they argue and they say that in America, most of the masjids, if not 9 out of 10, they may say are musallas, in the actual masjids. Refurbished homes, gutted out homes, warehouses. This used to be this, it used to be that. The brothers, they bought it, they purchased it, and they put the carpet down. They took down the cross, they did this, they did that, and it's a musalla. There's a brother who owns it, or brothers who own it. People who are in charge, if the rent isn't paid, so on and so forth. We say, even if that's the case, because that's a long debate and argument, a musalla in general can take the ruling of a masjid, but not all the time. If all 5 salah are not made, there may be certain rules that are different, such as praying before you sit down, and things like this. Men seeing woman, a general person entering, the rulings of entering and sitting in the masjid, etc. So therefore, sometimes they're the same and sometimes they're what? Different. These are some of the differences in the masjid and the musalla. 5 prayers, the musalla is what? Whenever the people come. Adhan, no adhan. Imam, no imam. Given as an endowment, a brother's room, a brother's garage, a house that the people are renting, etc. Everybody understand these things? These are some of the differences that some of the people now say between the musalla and the masjid. And then we have a jami', or masjid jami', a masjid in which there is Jumu'ah. That's even different with regards to itikaf and other things like this. As far as the rewards, even if the musalla is not a masjid, then perhaps bi'idhnillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will receive the reward of the masjid. And that's an issue in itself. When we talk about congregational prayer, the jama'ah, is it mandatory that the jama'ah be made in the masjid? Or can the jama'ah be made in any place, as long as there is a jama'ah? Some say yes and some say no. So those who hold the view that a jama'ah is in any place, then the musalla is going to reap the rewards of the jama'ah, the masjid. Everybody clear on this? Everybody understand these things? So even if the musalla is a bit different from the masjid, inshallah, it will take the ruling of the masjid as far as the reward and things like this. And it can also take other rulings, making tahiyyat to the masjid, so on and so forth. As far as should you go to the masjid that's further than the musalla, then it all depends. How many people are in this masjid? A greater jama'ah, as the Prophet clearly tells us, more people is better to Allah, purer to Allah, a greater reward to Allah, as is mentioned in the authentic hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Or even if the masjid is older, this musalla is new, this masjid was there longer, go to the original one, pray Jumu'ah at the original one. Wow, that. And it all depends on how far it is. Extra 5 minutes is not like extra 10 minutes, extra 20 minutes. It's cold, Fajr, Isha, this, that. You have to work, your wife, your children, you have other responsibilities. You have to balance that out and have fiqh and prioritize. And what? And prioritize. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala surely knows best. Is to answer that question in brief.